good afternoon. My name is Amanda and welcome to the Den Creative. Before we get into this pick a card reading, I just wanted to let you guys know I have a live stream channel called the Den Creative Live and a Patreon, which is a place you can get exclusive Patreon only pick a card readings, the weekly Patreon reading, and live streams where we dive into spiritual topics, and a live stream every month where we dive into an unsolved mystery, a cold case, a conspiracy theory, something like that. And for the month of October, we are diving into the Kurt Cobain mystery surrounding his death. So if you're interested in that, you can check the description box below for the links for my live stream channel and my Patreon. But for this pick a card reading, we're going to be figuring out, who are you going to marry? Let's get some details. Let's spill the tea. I know that's like such a 2018, 2019 term, but Spirit is being funny today. So let's spill the tea on who this person is. So if you're new to pick a card readings, I just ask that you close your eyes, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths to center your energy, and focus in on piles number 1 with the Lemurian Smoky Quartz, pile number 2 with the Agni Manatite, and pile number 3 with the Pyrite. Once you've selected your pile or piles, you can go ahead and check the description box below for the timestamps, and I also pin them as the top comment. Please remember, these are general readings, so only take the information that resonates with you, your life, your situation, or who you feel you may end up marrying, and just go ahead and leave the rest behind. So without delaying this any further, I'm going to give you a moment to meditate on your cards, and I will see you over at your reading. Alright, for those of you who selected pile number 1 with the smoky Lemurian Quartz, this is going to be your reading about who you are going to marry, who is your future partner, your future spouse. These are general readings, remember, so only take the information that resonates with you, your life, your situation, leave the rest behind. So let's go ahead and get these all dealt out. We're going to start with tarot first and then get the additional guidance from your oracle cards. Okay, so to get us going, get us started, we have the King of Swords, the Death and Rebirth card, and the Knight of Cups. Wow, this person is quite the charmer, quite the person that can sweet talk you into just about anything, but I'm not picking up like creepy narcissistic vibes. Don't worry about that. This person is very fun, very flirty, very sure of what they want, and they know how to go get it. That is for sure. Again, not in a manipulative sort of way. This person is, they have other people's interests at heart. They don't want to crush other people's feelings just to get what they want. So they're very empathic. They're very in tune with other people's emotions. Could be a water sign, could be Scorpio more specifically with this Death card. I always associate Scorpio with the Death card. But also, so water signs would be your Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, and your air signs as well, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, and also Scorpio. They don't have to have these placements, but maybe prominent houses within their birth chart are ruled by these signs because we all have a 1/12 slice of every single sign in our birth chart. So we're made up of all 12 signs. Some are more represented than others depending on which houses they rule and what planets are actually there. But this person really is, they have some beautiful 7th house placements, which their 7th house is their house of marriage, their house of partnership. They want love, they want commitment, they want to overcome the struggles from their past and have the love that they've always dreamed of, because I think, with this Death and Rebirth card, this person has been through the ringer. This person has started over multiple times in their life, could have ended a very significant relationship, could have been divorce, could have been just a long-term relationship that ended, but this completely broke this person's heart. And I do feel that this ended because the partner that they were with either cheated on them, emotionally cheated on them, or just was emotionally unavailable, and this person needs that beautiful emotional connection. Also a mental connection. This person wants to dive deep into topics, especially spiritual related, or maybe like true crime, like unsolved mysteries or hidden knowledge. This person really likes to speculate and think about all the deep and even dark mysteries of life. They really like to talk about that and really dive deep into that. But this person also is very witty, very funny. They're probably will be, if they're not already at the time of your meeting them or knowing them, eventually will be at the top of their career ladder or maybe even self-employed. I know normally that's more of a King of Pentacles vibe, but with everything else we have here, this person won't settle for a job that sucks their soul or their mental clarity or their emotional happiness. This person will leave that job before they allow that to happen. So what I see with this is this person may be starting their own business, may like to work outside even, or just really connect with nature, go on hikes, go camping, just be under the stars. This person loves the stars. This person loves looking up, seeing shooting stars and talking about the stars. Maybe this person has a telescope, they're an astronomer, maybe even they like astrology because the stars are associated with that as well. But yeah, this person, I'm seeing dark hair. If this person's younger, I'm really seeing they have dark hair, maybe even dark eyes. But I'm also seeing if this person is older than you, they may have lighter colored hair than you and very beautiful ice blue eyes. If this person is quite a bit older than you, that's really what I'm seeing with the dynamic we have between these two cards. But this person, like the air that they give off or the vibe they give off is maybe dark and mysterious, and maybe they even have like a rough exterior compared to what you're used to, but like underneath it's all soft and warmth and love. So they may, be kind of have this bad boy persona, but at the same time they're very responsible, they're very loving, they are good with money as well. I'm seeing this person may have struggled in the past with money, or maybe they're still kind of working their way through that, but eventually they're learning a lot of lessons surrounding their own stability, their own security, their own money, speaking their own truth, sharing and being vulnerable with their own emotions. Maybe they're just kind of deciding after that one last relationship they were in that it's worth it to, even if you lose everything, to share those innermost parts of yourselves, because then you know that this person understands you, this person being their significant other. Okay, so let's get some additional guidance from the Oracle cards. And I never leave enough room. I never know how much room I'm going to need. I just intuitively select the piles of cards that I'm going to use and then dish out the piles, and then I guess let the chips fall where they may. So we're having a bit of a moment here trying to figure out where they all go, but we're covering pictures and stuff. Is that... I don't know. I don't like that. I want you guys to see what's going on here. But we'll get into these ones that are kind of cut off at the bottom here to figure out what's happening. Okay, wow. Okay, so we're just gonna start right here in the middle with chemistry. So there is a strong magnetic attraction here. You guys are, probably not like love at first sight, but definitely like attraction at first sight. There's something here, that air of mystery that this person exudes just really sucks you in or brings you in, and even vice versa, because the relationships are a mirror of each other. So their mysterious vibe draws you in and your mysterious vibe draws them in. Even if you don't feel that you're mysterious in any way, they're just seeing you as an intriguing puzzle they want to solve in some way. But I'm also picking up past life vibes, so soulmate from past life connection possibly. But this person, a big name of the game in their lifetime is healing through trauma from relationships in their childhood, healing from trauma in relationships in love and friendship and, co-workers. Just lots of healing is kind of the name of the game with this death and rebirth, and also this healing family issues card. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So this person probably has at times had estranged relationships with, especially the male, the father, the masculine energy in their life. Even if this father is still in this person's life, it's not an emotionally or mentally fulfilling relationship that this person has with their father, even if the father is around and they see them all the time. But for many of you, I'm seeing that this partner of yours, this future partner of yours, their father just wasn't in their life and may have passed away at a very young age, or they've just been very distant or detached, estranged, and they're just kind of wanting to go it on their own. And also, if this is a male that we're asking about here, this person wants to be the father, the husband, the whatever, that their father was not for them. They want to make up for that with their own children. And someone watching this, your significant other here, especially if they are over the age of 30 to 40 or older, this person already has children and has really done a really amazing job raising their own children, and overcoming that obstacle of the father-son dynamic, or father-daughter dynamic if this is a female, and has done everything they could to provide for their kids in a way that their father did not for them. We also have here the student card: humility, devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. Pairing that up with the King of Swords, this person never wants to stop learning, never wants to stop diving into all the mysteries. Even if they think, well, I know everything there is to know about that subject, it's almost like they want to completely scrap everything they know and start over and just try to keep an open mind and see things from a whole new way and a whole new perspective. This person may always be reading or seeking out knowledge or giving everybody fun facts about this, that, and everything. Maybe they like to watch Jeopardy or, just like trivia stuff. They really like to... They're not that type of person that's like, I want to flout all of this amazing knowledge I have. No, they're not like that, but it makes them feel good. It has nothing to do with them trying to impress anyone else. It just makes them feel good knowing they know something about something. Especially knowledge about other people, like remembering your favorite color of flower, or your, something you would say on a one-off. This person will remember it forever and then surprise you with that knowledge at a later time with a really thoughtful gift or something like that. This person gives amazing gifts. They put a lot of thought, focus, love, and attention into everyone they love and wanting to gift them with amazing things. Not just monetarily, like I spent a lot of money on you, but like these are gifts that have a lot of thought and love put into them. And some of the gifts they may be wanting to give you are children. Because with this death and rebirth, this is, after obstacles comes a rebirth, not just starting over, but maybe even creating something new like a child. But also companion. We already tapped into the fact that this person wants a long-term, stable, committed, monogamous relationship. Loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. So this person, even though they may have been hurt, which they have been, yes, they have been, may have been hurt in the past, they don't want to hurt others to get revenge or exact revenge. They just kind of quietly walk away from whoever has hurt them and kind of go lick their wounds in private. They are not the type of person that's like, I hate that B word, or I wish that whatever would die. Like, no, they're not at all vengeful. They still, even though other people in their past hurt them, they still want nothing but the best for them. They don't, again, want to burn bridges here with this card. But they're very unselfish, they're very giving, they're very loving, maybe to a fault at times in the past, but they're learning through that. Remember that healing that they've had to go through in past relationships, in traumas from their childhood, maybe even past life stuff they're bringing in. They've learned from these mistakes, and they just want to keep doing better and better and better. They have such a good heart, such a beautiful even root chakra, so they're very sensual, very grounded, they just want to take care and really give pleasure and love to those that they love. They want to fulfill all the needs of their lover and their friends and their family. And just, again, they're really full of surprises. They want to surprise people and like positively influence people in their lives as well. But with this ownership card, I'm just going to read it because these have great little snippets of advice for the relationship you may have with this person, or the relationship that this person has with lots of people in their life. But it says here, I take ownership for how I make others feel. Absolutely they do. And I do my part to repair any bridges I may have burned, or perhaps even lightly singed. If bridge mending feels impossible, then I can start small. Instead of becoming a bridge architect, maybe I'll skip the bridge and walk the long way around. Taking ownership is great for burning calories. Yes, and again, I keep seeing this person as like someone who's very fit or very mindful of the food, the drinks, the content that they consume. They're not just frivolously indulging in a bunch of things. They're very mindful about fueling their body in the best way possible. So they may be very fit or just very health conscious, very healthy, very up on their vitamins and exercise regimens and just clean eating possibly. Or this is like a pinnacle where they're going to be reaching this eventually if they're not already there. But yes, even this ex that broke their heart, like if they knew this ex needed help, almost broke down on the side of the road or something like that, this person would still reach out and help them, almost again to a fault. But I think they're more guarded this next time around. If they do have to repair something with someone they're not going to trust as easily, but still they're not going to close their heart off and wall their heart off from loving anyone else or even the same people from their past that have hurt them. they just know, okay, here's where I draw the line, and if you try to cross the line, then I'm gonna have to speak up and say, hey, no, we can't cross this line. And I'm really drawn to the wind, how everything's just kind of blowing very quickly here. It's very Eight of Wands energy too. Like, this person does adapt very quickly to the winds of change. If things change in their life, maybe even at first they might try to fight it, but again, with all the death and rebirth going on in their life, they quickly just fall into step with the newness coming in, and they're excited usually for a new challenge and learning new things. So we also have here wants and needs. I take stock of my relationships, and I'm honest about what I want and need from people in my life. I note the difference between the two. Wants are negotiable, needs are not. Both may be desired and either may be acquired, but that's getting into Venn diagram territory, and no one wants to draw one of those. Okay, so yes, going back to that kind of line, this person knows, okay, these are my needs, and if I can't have my needs met with this relationship, that one, then I know to pull back my energy with certain things. And the wants, this person's not putting a bunch of their own expectations on other people anymore. They may have in the past, especially with their first, maybe second, third love, they just gave this person everything and left all the doors open for this person to hurt them, and maybe even put all of their happiness and success and love, all those eggs in one basket with a person, and then this person did them wrong. So now they're realizing, okay, I can put a few eggs in this basket and kind of guard the other ones until I know that this person has my best interest at heart, and then they kind of expand from there. But again, with this card, every time I draw this card, to me, she looks so much like Taylor Swift. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me try to focus it 1 second. She looks very much like Taylor Swift to me, and we all know, I'm not like a huge Taylor Swift fan, but I know probably her hits and everything, and I know most of her hits are about like breakups, shakeups, broken hearts, all of that. So this person has had a lot of exes, or a lot of false starts in love, a lot of unrequited love possibly, or just not the right fit, not the right timing with their love life. And for a while there, this person has really put their focus, time, and attention into their work and into healing stuff from the past in the family they were born into, just doing the healing, doing the work, doing the inner work, doing self-development, and maybe left love on the back burner for a while just because it's like, it's like that insanity. Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. So this person may have held back after this most recent breakup and has been licking their wounds for a while. And, not even just licking the wounds, but doing the healing, doing the work, and developing themselves, learning to love themselves, because I think that was a missing element when they were younger, is learning to love themselves, because they were put through the ringer as a child, other people expecting this person to be the emotional fulfillment for them. Maybe this person was almost like a parent to their own mother or their own father as well, and just had to grow up really quickly with all this death and rebirth going on. But we also have the master number 22 here, and we've got a number 30, and it says here, colors, numbers. So this person is very visual, but also maybe very good with numbers. I'm seeing this person could even be, with this bridge architect here, this person might be some sort of construction carpenter, like building homes, or they like to work with their hands, they like to build things, but they're also very good at math, very good at numbers, and also very good with like knowing color schemes and everything. This person may even have synesthesia, which is basically mixing of two senses, like I'm a person with synesthesia. Days of the week, music, people's names, they all have like different color associations with me. So this person may have a very similar thing with color and numbers even, or color and other word associations. That's what I see. But this person also could be an artist. They love to work with color. They're not afraid sometimes to wear color, but it's like more just a pop of color rather than like, I'm colorful and just wearing like 50 million colors. But this person knows how to style their own home, their own wardrobe, and they like see a lot of repetitive angel numbers, and they like talking about that because it intrigues them. How can I keep seeing 22 on the clock? And maybe when you're about to meet this person, or if you've already met this person, then take it as it resonates. But the number 22 may be relevant to the relationship. Maybe you're meet this person on the 22nd of a month, or you start dating on the 22nd of a month, or you see the number 22 a lot right before you meet this person, or while you're with this person, you see the number 22 a lot. Also, the number 30, maybe the age of 30 is going to play a significant role in this person's life. If they've already passed 30, maybe something happened when they were 30 that was kind of a turning point in their life. Death, rebirth vibes here. We also have the number 48. I'm seeing for one person specifically that you're going to marry this person when you're 48. If you're relatively young, and by that I mean like 35 and younger, don't worry about this. This is someone who is, in their 40s already, or maybe even older. Maybe you're watching. I'm seeing someone who's watching this who's been married for a long time. They're just like, I just want to see if this resonates with who I married. And maybe you are 48 right now and just looking back. I don't know. The number 48 might be relevant as well. Let's see. Now we have these two Lovers Oracle cards. So we're going to see. Only time will tell. So this is interesting, especially pairing it up with Manifest here, that this person, even though they have had their heart broken a few times, if not more, and they keep trying and trying and trying, and then they had to pull their energy back before trying anymore. It's like when the time is right, they're going to know when to act, when to make a move, when to put themselves back out in the dating scene. For those of you who don't know this person yet, to me this feels like they are about, at the time of your watching this, they are about to start putting themselves out there again. So that's good news. Let's get one more card here. What do we have? We have healing. Yeah, well, of course. Lots of healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. So again, even if you don't know this person yet, maybe you can do some healing from your past relationships, because this person has done a lot of healing work with their past relationships. And this doesn't have to be just love interest relationships or ex-husbands or ex-boyfriends or ex-wives or ex-girlfriends or anything like that. This could just be even unrequited puppy love crushes from middle school that you're healing through to make room for this person in your life. And this person's done a lot of healing in that department as well. And also just self-development, working on yourself, learning to love yourself. Self-love is going to be key for you to attracting this person in your life, and vice versa, because this person is going down that self-love train already, or they're on that avenue already, and they're doing the thing. This kind of went a little more in depth than I was even looking for, but I think you guys needed a little bit of talking to about how amazing this person is that's going to be in your life, or that maybe for some of you already is in your life. But go ahead and let me know below what you thought, if it resonated, any stories you want to share about this person, or if you think you already know this person, or just if you're excited to meet this person, anything you want to share. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you right here back at The Done Creative, also over my live stream channel, where I go live doing readings over there a few times a week, and also on my Patreon, where there is lots of exclusive pick-a-cards, content, live streams, and the like over there. Link for both of those is in the description below if you want to check it out, and we hope to see you over there. All right, bye. All right, group number 2. So I already had to re-film this first little 2-minute introduction or so because Mercury retrograde vibes. I pushed record and looked up, it was recording, and then I looked up again and it was not recording. So don't know what happened, but for those of you who selected the Agni Manatite, we're going to figure out who you're going to marry or who your future partner is going to be. And if this is anything like group 1, we are going in depth, in detail about this person's personality, about their past, their present, and their future with you. So let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and start with the tarot cards and then get additional guidance from your oracle cards. All right, so what do we have going on here? I think we're centered. Okay, we've got the Two of Wands, Judgment, and the Fool. And I literally just saw these about 2 seconds ago, so I'm not as surprised as I was then, but I am still surprised because we've got 2 major arcana energies. So much like group 1 with that Death and Rebirth card with lots of transformation going on in that person's life, we've got a very similar vibe going on with group 2. Although there are a lot of differences here as well. So with this Two of Wands, this person likes to plan ahead. This person doesn't like to be surprised. Group 1 loved surprises and surprising others, but this person likes to know what's ahead. This person may at times have trouble with change in their life because they've, unlike group 1, I keep comparing you to group 1, but I'm seeing very distinct differences even though there are underlying energies that are similar. group 1 had a lot of death and rebirth kind of energy going on in their life, so it just kind of taught them as they grew older to embrace the changes. But I see this person in group 2 that you are asking about, your future partner. This person gets more cautious about the big changes in their lives, but after or as a result of a major spiritual awakening going on in their life at some point, they are then embracing change even more, and kind of that full energy of taking the leap of faith and jumping headfirst, diving headfirst into something new. They love learning new things. They are somebody who are more open-minded now. Even though they know, like, with their path and what they're here to do, like, they really step into this sense of purpose. After age 32, 33, 34, somewhere in there, they really start stepping into their purpose. Spirit's showing me now Saturn, so it's most likely a few years after their Saturn return is when this person maybe has a spiritual awakening and then really awakens to their true purpose here. But in the meantime, they're making all these plans. They may want to travel, or they love to travel. They may take a stint during their life to travel or backpack through different countries, or do like road trip kind of van life kind of vibes. They just love to get out and about and see new things and explore the world and try new foods. This person is a foodie. They love to try different foods. They're not a picky eater, so that's good for some of you who want to try a bunch of recipes with this person, and they're up to try anything at least once, if not more than once. And not just with food, but like a lot of different things in life. They may have a very long bucket list of places they want to go, experiences they want to have, places, again, I keep seeing them wanting to go to all sorts of places, so they're probably someone who travels or likes to travel. Maybe they even want a job where they can travel for work a lot, because they just like to meet new people and be out and about and experience life. But again, with this awakening, with all of this vibe of travel and stuff, this person probably is a starseed. This person came here, a wanderer, maybe even a walk-in soul that decided kind of last minute, I'm gonna go back down to Earth, because I think they've been to Earth many times, but they just can't stop coming back here because they want to experience every relationship, every gender, every culture. They just want to see it all, be it all, experience it all. And, one lifetime just sometimes isn't enough to do all of that. But this person really is someone to go to for help, advice, guidance. This person probably works, they're very laid back, very conversational, very easy to talk to. You may, even you, find yourself spilling your guts to this person like the second you meet them. Major empathic vibes, but just open energy and excited about life, excited to put themselves out there and do things. But again, the main core of their life, relationships and things that have sentimental value to them, those are the things that they're very hard to change or have changes go on in their life with those aspects. But as far as moving and new jobs and all that and travel, they're up for that. But to change significant other relationships or to have a falling out with a friend or a cousin or someone, like that really deeply affects them. They don't like changes in those departments. Or if someone they love is moving away or pulling back their energy, that really affects this person as well. So let's go ahead and get some additional guidance with these oracle cards. And just like I discovered in group 1, I don't have quite enough room on the table for everything to not be stacked on itself, but we're just gonna roll with what we've got here for the time being. Okay, so we're going to start right here in the middle. We've got playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So this person does have a very on and poppin' inner child. This person may have had to grow up a little quickly, kind of like how we touched on in group 1, but they never lost that creativity, that spark of childlike wonder in their lives, and they're very flirty. Of course, though, when they are in a committed relationship, they're not flirty with everyone. They're just very open energetically to, that shoulder to cry on energy, that empath energy that, may at times be taken as flirtation, but they really don't mean it that way when they're in a committed relationship. But maybe other people are a lot of times attracted to this person even when they are in a committed relationship because they're just so open and giving. And a lot of other people mistake that for interest, like romantic interest, but this person's not romantically interested in other people. They're just very loving and giving and open with their energy, and maybe other people are kind of misinterpreting that or mistaking that for flirtation. But of course, when you meet this person, the flirtation is front and center, and you know it's real flirtation. So don't worry about that. They're not just being open and kind. They really are being flirty with you. It's really what I see. But also make the effort. Great love is worth taking steps you're guided to take. So I think during the course of your relationship, I'm seeing a lot of ups and downs, but not because you two aren't good together. I'm seeing ups and downs just because there's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot going on with your work, with this person's work, with just maybe not completely. It's not that you guys don't want similar things. It's just that the timing of when one person wants something and the other person wants something is slightly different at times. But ultimately, you guys make it work because, like it says here, that great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Making the effort in this relationship and keeping this relationship alive, keeping this relationship spicy and fresh, that is exactly what both of you, a big part of your life purpose is to learn to go with the ebb and flow of how life flows, how life goes. And just wanting to maintain a long-term committed relationship is something both of you really do want. I do see maybe early in life this person's like, I'm never getting married, I'm never having kids, I'm never doing the thing. But then as they get, again, maybe into their early 30s, going into after that Saturn return, they're going to kind of shift and change their mind and decide, you know what, maybe I do ultimately want this. And for someone watching, this might even take place later, like in the 40s, maybe even 50s. This person's wanting to settle down even later than most of you. But for most of you, I'm seeing, late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s is kind of when this person's starting to, you know what, maybe I do want a family. Maybe I do want a long-term committed relationship. And that will be with you, obviously. Then up here we have the listening card, and I love the advice on these, so I'm actually going to read these cards. But it says, I activate my receptive side and become an engaged, intuitive, professional grade listener. Yes, like I said, everybody come into this person to spill their guts or talk to them about their life story and get advice and wisdom and counsel from this person. But it says, supercharged listening gives me the ability to not only hear the words others are saying, but also to perceive the emotions hiding between their words. Armed with this knowledge, I'll be in a great position to give them exactly what they need, or if I prefer, to dominate the planet. No, I don't see this person using these things against people or manipulating people. This person's just a very kind and loving person, a great listener. If you even have ideas or, troubles or whatever it is you're wanting to talk to someone about, this person, they don't even have to say anything, but just them being there and holding space for whatever it is you have going on or other people have going on, it's like all you or other people need to be like, yeah, I think I can do this thing. Even though this person never says a word, it's just their energy, their love, the space they hold for you to be able to just spit it all out, really gives you the perspective you need to take leaps of faith in your own life. So that's really beautiful that you can do the same for this person as well, because mirrors. Relationships are mirrors of each other, so you can do this for this person as well. And please, you guys, if you really resonate with these, this sounds like more like me than a future partner, just know that's because this is a high-level soulmate or maybe even a twin flame energy. So of course, things about them are really going to resonate with you as well. So don't take it, if this resonates with you as you in your life, please don't take it as, well, I'm going to be alone forever because I guess I'm my own future partner. No. Keep that in mind as we do the reading, because for I'm already picking up vibes that maybe this resonates a lot with you and who you are. So just keep that in mind. So we have the Wholeness card here. I am complete, whole, and filled with love, and I have everything I need. If I ask or look for more, I'm ignoring the love and gifts that are already in my life. Instead, I'll be grateful and acknowledge that anything else would be extra icing on life's cake. FYI, to whoever is listening, extra icing is totally welcome, as it's obviously the most delicious part. So fun, so cute. But yes, this person really, through especially this spiritual awakening they're having, they're realizing they don't need to project all their needs, wants, wishes, and desires onto other people, more specifically, their significant other. They can fulfill themselves, and then when they are completely fulfilled, they can then, take that extra icing on the cake of having a committed, long-term, amazing relationship with you, even through the ups and downs, and not projecting all of their everything onto you to make you the one that has to fulfill their happiness, their dreams, their success. Which is good, because this leaves a lot of room for you to do the same for yourself, especially those of you who have had self-worth issues in the past, because this person has as well. And when we have these self-worth issues, we feel like, I'm not good enough, I need to have someone to complete me, I want my partner to complete me, I want to complete them and fix other people. You guys, you yourselves may be fixers, because I'm really seeing that with these people as well, these people you're marrying or ending up with. They're fixers as well. They want to fix everyone and everything and have the world be a beautiful place, but it's just not possible. The only thing we can truly fix is ourselves. And, a lot of us don't even need fixing. We just need healing and acceptance for who we already are. And this person, a big part of their purpose here is to learn to accept themselves for who they are. And as a result, they're going to show up as a whole and complete person and allow you to show up as a whole and complete person. So those of you who still have a lot of self-worth issues, self-confidence issues, valuing yourself, not being that person that's going to just beat yourself up all the time, maybe you can heal these aspects of yourself to bring this person into your life, because this person is working very diligently on doing this for themselves as well. So they want a whole and complete partner themselves. They're going to show up whole and complete. They want someone who's whole and complete. So if you still have a lot of ways to go or work to do, just do that work. Not for them, but do that work for you. Do that work for you, because you will never be disappointed in all of that self-love and self-care and work you have done on yourself ever. Okay, so we also have the Knight card. So loyalty, romance, chivalry. A love of honor. So this person, much like that Knight of Cups card we got with group 1, this person is very romantic, a hopeless romantic at times. This person, they want everything that their heart is calling for. And again, it may have taken this person a little bit of time to figure out, I actually do want to settle down. I actually do want these long-term stable commitments with somebody. They may have been a bit of a Casanova in their youth, or someone who was kind of in a revolving door of relationships, or kind of player vibes, player energy a little bit. But again, by the early 30s going to mid 30s, this person's really going to settle that energy down and shift that into romance, loyalty, and chivalry rather than player vibes. We also have the Storyteller card, ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. So this person may even be a writer, or, at times with this planning here, fantasize about all the ways life could go. Again, with all that wanderlust and travel, this person may fantasize a lot about experiences they will have or want to have, or maybe even writing about their travel experiences. Maybe a travel writer, travel vlogger, travel blogger, maybe even a food critic. I'm picking that up as well with all of that food and just wanting to try all sorts of things. But again, for most of you, this feels like more of a hobby, something that they try something and then they want to tell others about it. They may not be monetizing this as like their job, but maybe they are a food critic just for their own hobby's sake, just for fun. But others of you, this significant other could be an actual writer, someone who does gain money from their thoughts, their words, their emotional investment into something that they're putting into words. It doesn't have to be like physically just writing. It could be also media, like video. So they could be a videographer. I'm actually seeing one person in particular that is like the videographer or cinematographer for a band, and you go on tour, they go on tour with this band and document everything going on with the band. How cool is that? Oh my goodness. We also have here houses and buildings with the number 1. So this person may have had a lot of homes in their youth, in their childhood, moving all the time. But I think ultimately this person wants one house, one stable future eventually, because there is a bridge here. It's like a bridge from their past to their future. And I see them like rising above the city here. There's just a single house with some yard, and then we've got all these kind of skyscraper energies going on down here. So this person may have had their past in the city, and then as they get older, they want to settle down in a more rural area. Maybe they themselves want to build their own home, maybe homesteading, going off grid eventually. But at least in this person's youth, they're very tuned into the city vibe, the city life, the concert life. Maybe they love going to concerts. That keeps coming up for some reason. Maybe they're not just a videographer, or maybe for some of you they're not at all a videographer, but they are just someone who enjoys going to concerts, going to movies, going to plays, that kind of thing. They just love media in that form, but like live media. They want to see it live, not just on TV. But as they, morph into their life purpose a little more, they're realizing they need more separation from their energy and other people. And maybe that leap of faith some of these people are taking is to go off grid, or to have some sort of homestead or property or something like that, where they're really wanting to settle down. But again, over here, I didn't realize this said awakening. Awakening and awakening. 2 cards about awakening. So this person has this consciousness of awakening. But again, with this swan here, you guys can look up the swan symbolism, also the elephant symbolism, because I think those spirit animals may be working with you. Maybe that is this person's spirit animals. But the swans are an animal that mates for life, or once they meet that mate, they never want to leave their side. So you may just be the one, when they meet you, that they decide then after that point to settle down, because they could just never picture their life without you again. Where maybe that revolving door of romance in the past was just because they hadn't known you yet. They didn't have you in their lives. And we have a boat here, so there is a journey you're taking together. Spiritually especially, or consciously, you're choosing to consciously take a journey together. It could even just be your spiritual connection and the journey through life together. Although there is a lot of travel going on, so maybe you're taking a lot of journeys with this person as well. But there's someone, once they meet you, they want to mate for life. They want to settle down with their forever love, and it's really beautiful. So we've got the number 47 here, which adds up to an 11, and then a 1 here. So 111, 1111, and 1111 is that awakening code already. So maybe you, and of course this person, are seeing the number 1111 a lot. The number 111, 11, 1, lots of these numbers are coming up because there is a new beginning. And anytime I think of 1111, I think of the 4 of Wands energy, which is a happily ever after. It's building a home together, building a life together, a wedding, a coupling, a coming together, a celebration. All right, what else do we have? Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. So as a result of this awakening energy, these awakening vibes, this person is going to learn to trust their intuition, and it will lead them to you. It will lead you to them. So you trusting your intuition, this person trusting their intuition, you will know what feels right. Especially when you meet this person and you're really feeling the vibe, you're going to know this is right for you. All right, what else do we have? We have look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. So I think for both of you, because I'm seeing with these lovers oracles, it's like the divine feminine, the divine masculine. And it's interesting too that they are on the divine feminine side of my left and the divine masculine side of my right. I love this. But what I'm seeing with this is like a divine counterpart, at least maybe twin flame, but possibly just soul, like high level soulmate, high level soulmate energy here. But I think it's going to come as like a tower moment in each of your lives that is going to get you to awaken and to come into union with each other. It's going to be these tower moments through life, maybe even tower moments in your relationship, because the twin flame dynamic is very difficult for most twin flames. Unless you're very highly evolved and very self-actualized, self-aware, and enlightened, the twin flame journey is very difficult for most of us mere humans. So you may have a lot of ups and downs with this person, but ultimately, I do see you settling the score with all these ups and downs and rising above it and continuing just to be on the up and up, not going back down again, but mostly maintaining the up. Because remember, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Even though it's not always easy, taking the effort, making the effort is going to be what solidifies this connection. And your biggest ticket through and in this is your playfulness and your willingness to learn for both of you. Being that flirty, very open energy with each other is what's going to help each other, you both, solidify your love, your connection. So, group number 2, I hope that resonated for you. We really went in. This was an in-depth dive into who it is you're going to marry. Please let me know below what you thought, any stories you want to share, if this resonated, if you're already with someone and this sounds like them, let me know. Did this sound like you? Are you excited to meet this person if you don't know them yet? Let me know all the things below. I love you guys, and thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things, and I really truly do hope to see you group 2 right here back at the Done Creative, also over my live stream channel, and my Patreon, which are both linked in the description below. Lots of goodies and exclusive content on Patreon, and I am answering live readings over on my live stream channel, so I will see you over there, I hope. All right, bye. All right, group number 3, or those of you who selected the pyrite, this is going to be your reading about who you're marrying, your future spouse. And if this is anything like groups 1 or 2, we're really going in. We're getting some details. We're spilling some tea. I hate saying that, but Spirit's being funny today. So yeah, let's find out. We're going to go ahead and start with your tarot cards and then get additional guidance from the oracle cards. What do we have here? Okay, so we have the 6 of Wands, we've got the 2 of Cups, and the Moon. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So Cancer vibes already with the Moon, and of course the Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, and then we've got some fire energy just coming in real hot with some Aries, Leo, Sagittarius vibes. So that could be some of the astrological signs that this person's got prominent placements within their chart: Sun, Moon, Rising, their Venus, their Jupiter, their Mars, North Node, South Node, Rahu, Ketu, depending Vedic or Western astrology. But I'm really picking up major Cancer vibes. So this person is very nurturing, whether they're male or female. They really do want to nurture those in their life. They love people. They love experiencing different relationships and ultimately want a soulmate connection. And because you're choosing this pile, this is your soulmate, or at least one of them. We've got multiple soulmates, and they don't always all have to be romantic, but this could also be a twin flame energy. So for those of you who would like that twin flame journey, I think it might be possible for you in this lifetime. With this 6 of Wands here, this is a victory card. This is success. This is somebody who rises to the occasion and does not disappoint themselves or others. So this future spouse of yours is someone very accomplished, very regarded heavily and highly by other people, inspirational. This person could have a following online or be semi-famous. I don't see this as like a full-on famous person, but they're very well known in their community, in their schools, in their jobs, and whatever it is they do. They're well known and people remember this person. This person has a very lasting effect on those they come into contact with. But they're also very intuitive and very selective with their inner circle. Even though they have a lot of associates, a lot of colleagues, a lot of acquaintances even, this person's very particular and meticulous with who they keep in their inner circle and who they really connect deeply with. I'm also picking up Aquarius vibes with all of this 6 of Wands and recognition energy, very 11th house energy. So if they're not an Aquarius, they may just have a lot of strong 11th house placements. Could even have their moon in the 11th house or their moon in Aquarius. Interesting combination that I'm picking up with this person. But I love this. This is very cool. This is someone who's here. Also Uranus energy. Aquarius is associated with the sign of Uranus. Uranus rules the sign of Aquarius, but also Cancer and the moon. 2 signs that are very instrumental in this person's chart, or the houses of Aquarius, which would be your 11th house, and the houses of Cancer, which would be the 4th house. So prominent placements within these houses. This person is someone who wants to create a legacy, especially with that 4th house highlight on the 4th house of this person's roots, of where they've been as far as their ancestry, and then who they are with their immediate family, and then the legacy they want to leave behind with their own children, or just their recognition, their mark they're putting on this world or on this life. That being said, I think when you very first meet this person, you might think they're a little cocky or a little sure of themselves, but really, as you get to know this person, you realize this isn't some cocky person that's just throwing their weight around. No, this person is owning that inner light, and it starts to inspire you. But at first it might turn certain people off, like, wow, that person's sure of themselves. Wow, that person thinks they're the ish and ain't no, whatever, ain't no thing. But as you and other people get to know this person, you're like, wow, they're just owning that beautiful inner light. They're multi-talented, they're multifaceted, and they're not afraid to let that shine. They really aren't. And it's very inspirational, not just to you, but to other people. And it helps you be able to come out of your shell and really shine that beautiful inner light with yourself as well. Because when we pick this up, you may be resonating with this. Like I said in group 2, probably should have said it in group 1 as well. But anytime I do a future spouse reading, which it's been over a year, so it's due time. We're due for one. So here it is. But anytime I do one of these, a lot of people in the comments get really sad. Like, wow, that sounded just like me and my energy. So maybe I'm going to be alone forever. I'm my own soulmate. I'm my own future partner. No. We are mirrors of each other, especially in our committed relationships or our really close relationships. We are mirrors of each other. So as within, so without. How we see ourselves is how we reflect it and project it onto other people, and vice versa. So if you see a lot of yourself in this reading, just know that this person has a lot of that bouncing back, because mirrors, the reflection of the moon on the water, that's how we're really seeing this. And this person can get really bogged down in their emotions, I'm picking up. They may go through bouts of depression, and it's usually stuff from their past. This isn't usually future energy they're worried about. Like, they've got that locked and loaded. Their present and their future is locked and loaded. They know what's up for that. It's just maybe at times they may have lost someone to death, or a really nasty breakup, or something that took their energy abruptly away from someone that they held very, very dear. Could have been a mother energy with this moon here. And this person, it's almost like they're on one side of the veil and their mother's on the other. Or if their mother is still here, it could have been a breakup with the mother, or like an estrangement with the mother, or that emotional connection with their mother was strained. I think for some of your future partners, they were able to recover a lot of this relationship with the mother, and now things are much better. But in the past with their mother, it was very precarious, very rocky relationship. And some of you watching too, your future partner, they're just not in contact with their mother at all because their mother's a very toxic person. It could have been alcohol or drug abuse with the mother. I'm seeing about a 50-50 splits. 50% of you of your partner, future partner, have the mother still involved, and then the other 50%, this mother's either passed away or just estranged or just not emotionally available to this person. Okay, let's get some additional guidance from the Oracle. Did not know when I dealt all these out, or just pick the piles, how everything would lay out. So I'm learning as I go, and we got to cover a little bit here, but I hope we can still see. I will let you guys know what's going on with these two cards because they're kind of cut off down here, but we're going to roll with what we've got going on. We're going to start right here in the middle with keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So maybe you want someone who's more quiet and reserved, but this person is louder and boisterous and just full of life and full of energy. And maybe that's kind of, whoa, that's a little jarring for you because you're used to people who are more quiet, kind of nose to the grindstone and just kind of go about life. But this person really is a very unique person. This person isn't just your run-of-the-mill average person. This person really stands out and lights a fire. And like I said earlier, once you meet this person, you could never forget them. Like years down the road, people in their life still think of that one funny joke they said, or just how they lit up a room when they walked in. Little things like that could really have a lasting impression with many, many people. Again, famous vibes, very, very more community centered or maybe online centered than actual celebrity status, but this person is very memorable. But they may also just be a lot different than anyone you have dated in the past, but this is exactly what you need. You need someone who's going to reflect a different part of yourself. Remember what I was saying about those mirrors being the projection and of as within, so without. And you've got a mirror up here, which we'll get into this as well, but it's like this person, I got chills now. First time getting chills. So this person's higher self is now stepping in. Wow, that's very, I'm doing this right now with my head. Like my crown chakra is just on fire. Very tingly. But this person's higher self has a mission here. They need to reach a lot of people. They are someone who's taken the struggles of the past and they've, much like this bow and arrow here, all the stuff that's drug us down and pulled us back. This has served this person to, when you let go of that arrow, it's going to project forward very quickly. Very Sagittarius vibes, but also directly opposite of Sagittarius is Gemini. So fire, we've got pretty much everything but earth represented here on this table. So this person may have a really hard time grounding themselves. They're very up in those higher chakras a lot. Solar plexus on up is really what I see here. So you may be that grounding force. You may be the one that can help them, keep their head and not get all up in their ego, and help ground them and humble them. And they do the same for you as well. But you deserve love. You are lovable. So this person, again, may have been through the ringer in love and relationships. And again, that's why they keep their inner circle very tight knit. Even if it looks like they've got 5 million friends on social media or even in person, it's still, they kind of hold people at an arm's length until they're vetted and kind of get the VIP treatment, like through the red ropes, to come down and be a part of the inner circle or the behind the scenes of this person's life. So what they share on social media is a very public persona and who they are on a more deep level. So if you do meet this person online and then you're going and kind of stalking their social media just to see who they are, they're very different behind closed doors. Not to say they're putting on a mask or projecting a false version of themselves, because I don't see it that way. I see this as a very real version of themselves they portray online. Or, when you first meet them, this is a very real version of themselves. It's just there's so much more beneath the surface that they only let those close to them see. There's depth to this person. Again, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. There's depth here. Very also, 4th house, 8th house, 12th house, because those are the natural signs of Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And the 8th house is the hidden, it's the deep, it's the dark, it's the mysterious secrets. And the 12th house is secrets as well, but also unconscious behavior. So this person may not even realize they do this. Like, they compartmentalize their public life and their personal life so much, they may not realize they do that. But as we were talking about water signs, now we've got some destroyer, some very Scorpio vibes coming here as well. Releasing what is potentially destructive and preparing for new life. Death and rebirth. Very heavy 8th house energy. So this person may even have that 8th house moon, because we were talking kind of about an Aquarius moon, Cancer moon, maybe even Scorpio moon, Sagittarius moon, any moon, but it may very well be placed in the 8th house. And that's a very difficult place for the moon to be, because that can lead to depression. In my Navamsha chart in Vedic astrology, that Navamsha chart is the D9 chart. Once you get married or once you're in your long-term committed relationship, that chart activates. Or if you never do get married, it activates kind of in the second half of your life as you get mature and kind of know who you are. But in that chart, in my chart, I have my moon in Taurus in the 8th house in that Navamsha chart. So I totally know what this person might go through sometimes, just this, getting up in your head and needing to overcome depression and all of that. So this person may deal with that, but I think you're someone who helps ground them and helps them realize a lot of these worries and fears and just yuckiness from their past, they can overcome it, and you really are a catalyst to helping them overcome a lot of the stuff that happened in their past. We also have the Gossip card. Awakens consideration for the feelings of others and honors trust. So again, because this is kind of kitty corner behind or below the 6 of Wands. So maybe in the past this person did kind of gossip about others or cut to the heart of what they knew would hurt somebody to get ahead, or to well, I don't need to be in a relationship with you anyway, and then you tell secrets about this person. But they're no longer like that. They've learned, they've awoken to the truth of how maybe words they've said or things they've done have hurt other people, and they never want to be that mean or hurtful person with you. But I think when you first meet this person, they're still still healing from a lot of what happened in their past, and they still may feel they don't deserve to have you in their life, and maybe even try to self-sabotage the relationship or push you away at first, or maybe you're doing the same to them, because again, mirrors. But it's about finding the balance between wanting to push someone away and wanting to let someone in, that both of you is going to be kind of a highlight in your relationship. What do I tell this person, to the depths of my soul? What do I share? What do I hold back? And this person is going to struggle with that as well, with you and other people in their life. But that's a big part of what they're here to learn. So you're helping them figure that out, helping them balance that out. We have the Boundaries card. I claim my right to set healthy boundaries, and I allow others to do the same. Sometimes personal space is taken, and sometimes it's given. And sometimes, if you're on the subway, it's completely disregarded and shamelessly invaded. I guess it depends on the day. So Yes, this person has struggled to learn boundaries, and that's why they do have such a hard line between their public life and their personal life. They've learned because maybe in the past they had shared too much of their soul or the inner parts of themselves, and it hurt them. And maybe they had others do the same, and then they hurt others. So they've learned from the past, they've learned from mistakes. I don't think they've been the only person to, gossip about others. I think maybe they have been themselves been the subject of rumors or been gossiped about, and it's hurt them, and it's made them realize I can't do that to other people if I don't want it done to me as well. So boundaries have been really big with this person, and they're still maybe even finding that line, but as they find it, they know the hard stop between public, private, between vulnerability and keeping boundaries and all of this. But we also have giving. I welcome the idea of give and take in my relationships, and I eagerly practice the give part. By giving freely, I discover just how fun giving really is. Giving my time, care, and attention to someone else actually gives me good feelings, which makes me want to give even more. Wait a sec, does this selflessness make me look selfish? Be honest. I love these cards, they're so cute. I say that every time, but they just really are. But this person, yes, they have had struggles, maybe even being selfish in relationships in the past, or finding that line between give and take, again, with their emotions. Do I give more of myself or do I hold it back? That vulnerability. They're really finding the line, not just like in general in life, but like with each individual relationship in their life. Maybe with their mother, they've had to draw very hard boundaries about emotional connection, because them allowing this mother to come in and repeatedly hurt them, they knew it wasn't a good look moving forward, so they have drawn a hard line and set up really strong boundaries with certain people. I think the boundaries with you and this person may be very wavy. I'm seeing that wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. I said that recently on my live stream, it was so funny. But those things outside the car dealerships, they're just like they're very flowy, very all over the place at first with you, because I think you come in and kind of like a wrecking ball, this destroyer energy, and knock down all the boundaries, all the walls they had around their heart, around all those vulnerable places within themselves. And then they want to give more of themselves. They want to share those inner, deeper parts of themselves. But again, they don't want it to be thrown back in their face or them be hurt because of what they share with you, because it's almost like them giving you ammo in your gun to destroy them later. But you're not going to do that. And they're going to learn that along the way, that they can share these more intimate pieces of themselves with you, and you're not going to turn them around and use them to destroy or gossip this person away. You're not doing that. And they're not doing that to you. So if this has happened to you in your past, you can be safe and vulnerable with this person. Again, feeling it out as you kind of flow into the relationship. You're going to feel it and use your intuition to know what is best to say right in the moment, or what's best to say for another time, or what's best to never say or do, or whatever. You're feeling all the way through all of this. So then we have the games card with the number 12. The number 12 may be relevant in the relationship. Maybe you meet on the 12th, you get married on the 12th, you are dating starting on the 12th, or maybe the 12th month, which would be December. But this games, this person's like got their hands up on their head, like head games. I'm really picking up head games. So this person may have really been through the ringer in past relationships with head games. I'm seeing a feminine energy, could even have been the mother in their life that really got up in their head and played games, emotional games with this person. And in return, this person learned to play games with other people they've been in relationships with. And maybe during the course of your relationship, you're helping each other quit playing those head games, those mind games, those things that destroy relationships, because you're here united together to overcome the yuckiness from the past. So the more healing each of you can do before you meet each other, the better off you're going to be in solidifying and creating a stable foundation sooner rather than later in the relationship. But you both deserve love, and you're both overcoming a lot of head games, a lot of destruction from the past. I'm seeing maybe even narcissistic, maybe even sociopathic relationships you guys have been in with significant others that were, took you to the brink, and you've overcome them. Both of you, I'm seeing both of you may have had to deal with some narcissism and manipulation and gaslighting in relationships, and that's why boundaries, giving, taking, gossip, destruction are themes that you're working through together to realize we don't have to burn each other down to raise each other up and to unite. We don't have to do these things. We can unite in better, more healthy ways. We also have the gratitude card with the number 42. And the number 42 adds up to 6, which is a very nurturing, a very moon, very motherly energy. But again, this person, I think, is coming in with this motherly energy to nurture those in their life because they didn't get that from an early age. So they've had to learn how to overcome the games and the gossip and the destruction and the ego to tap into this nurturing aspect of themselves. But they're going to be able to do it. And you as well, because again, mirrors of each other, mirrors of each other. But with this gratitude card, you guys as a team, as a couple, are focusing on the things you have to be grateful and the good things that are going on in the relationship, especially when you feel the relationship may be on its last legs, or maybe this isn't going to work out after all. You're really leaning into those good times, those happy times, to get you through the harder times, because I do see long-term commitment and longevity in this relationship. It's just a lot of times maybe both of you hurt each other from things that hurt you in the past. You project it onto each other, and you realize somewhere along the way that it's not even you doing these things. It's me being hurt from the past, projecting it onto you, and vice versa. Like a ping pong match, pickleball game, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And you realize, no, we're done with the games. This is not healthy. This is not fun. I want a good relationship. I know you on a soul level, and I love you so deeply. We can overcome this, and you do. You will. You do. You will. Yes. Having gratitude for the little things in the relationship that really can highlight the happy times so you can overcome the darkness from your past. That's what I see. Yes, absolutely. New beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Yes. So overcoming the past relationships especially, or even your past in this relationship if it had been rocky at times, for a new beginning, new ways of operating with stronger, better boundaries, with better give and take, with less gossip, less destruction. Or no gossip, no destruction. Let's have that instead. No games. No games. You're taking the games away. Maybe Monopoly and Risk and Pinochle. I don't know, but not like head games. But also, it is important right now to take a step back and to spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. And I think, again, with the ebb and flow of your relationship, there will be times where you're both needing to step back, put up better boundaries, or just kind of not break up. I don't see this as breakup energy, but you both realize how important your alone time, your introspective time is. Maybe you're both introverts. Although I'm not seeing that with this person, especially they may be an extroverted introvert, I put it that way. But even though they love all this recognition and love putting themselves out there, there is this counterbalance to that where they even maybe go dark on social media or go dark in other relationships to just like catching breath. Maybe they've been underwater a little too long by being out in the public, and then they refresh or refill their cup by going within and being alone and needing alone time, introspective time to meditate, time to journal, time to check on in with that spiritual practice. And I think you both need that. Especially this person, I think they're more extroverted than you even are. But if you are someone who considers yourself an extrovert, I think there are times you do feel you need to pull back your energy. But both of you and together, you're overcoming a lot of stuff. And a big part of your life purpose between the two of you is this relationship to help you overcome those obstacles from the past, the destruction of the past, the games and yuckiness from the past, and to really tune into each other's self-worth, showing up as two whole components to make a whole new ball game here. It's beautiful. So you're switching the head games into creating games and strategy for the future. That's beautiful. I loved this reading, you guys. This was so fun, and it was a roller coaster ride, but like, no relationship is 100% ponies, rainbows, and roses, and we're just giving the tea. Spirit wanted to give the tea, and especially in group 3. Hey, that rhymed. So here it is. I hope that resonated for you. You will have to let me know below what you thought, any stories you want to share. If you already know this person, if this sounds like them, if you don't know them yet, if you're excited or maybe even a little scared to meet this person, but don't be scared. This is part of your purpose, to trigger both of you into change and evolvement into your highest versions. That's why you need to meet. Major transformational energy with the moon here. Soulmate vibes, victory in the relationship. Yes. So let me know below what you thought, any stories you want to share, anything that just stands out to you to want to share with us. We are all here to love and support each other. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you right here back at The Den Creative, also over on my live stream channel, The Den Creative Live, where I go live doing readings over there a few times a week, and also over on my Patreon, where we have some really in-depth and exclusive content going on over there. All right, you guys, I will check you later. Bye.